Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Josh Ayers from Ayers Fitness signing in. So you guys want to know the 3 most important movements to build muscle. Eh? Do you? Check out my bicep. Oh yes. You want 22-inch biceps like this? Huh? You want a chest like that? And some abs? And do you want to grab my quads? Oh yes. Look at the definition. Look at the vascularity. Oh, look at my calves. Yes, I do. I train calves. So, I will tell you the 3 most important movements you are going to need to build lean muscle mass. Or just pure muscle strength in general. So you can look like me. Aesthetic. The most aesthetic man you have ever seen in your entire life. Arnold ain't got nothing on me. Oh, 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 oh.
You're the only one for me. No. Hey guys, what's going on? Didn't see you there. Snuck up on me. I was just talking to a friend. So you clicked on this video so you could learn the 3 most, in my opinion, important and effective movements. Didn't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm only going to show you my nipple in this video. So enjoy. Okay, well, now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to tell you what the 3 most important movements are, in my opinion, 3 most effective movements, and they happen to be compound movements. They're going to help you build muscle, and they're going to do it the most efficiently and effectively. So, the very first one is going to be the bench press. The second one is going to be the squat. The third one is going to be the deadlift.
Let's go! Yeah, motherfucker!
Now, starting with the bench press movement, as we all know, boom. And I'm talking particularly strictly just the flat bench barbell bench press. Okay, now the reason being that I think this is a good one is because it's a very good exercise. It's a great exercise for your upper body. It recruits a lot of muscle fibers, and you can put a lot of resistance against yourself. So think about when you're benching, you're gonna be working. Ooh, check out that tricep. Let me get to the left side. My left tricep's much bigger. Okay, so when you're in the bench press, you're obviously gonna be using your pectoralis major muscles, your pecs, your chest. You're gonna be using your chest muscles, and so you're also gonna be using your anterior deltoid. And you're also going to use some of your lateral and probably a little bit of the rear, realistically, but not as much. It's mainly going to be in the front and a little bit more in the side. And then also, it's going to be in the tricep and a lot of forearm because you're going to have to grip the bar when you do it. So you're going to be recruiting a lot of muscle fibers and a lot of muscle in different muscle groups to use this for this compound movement. Now moving on to the second one, the squat. Yes, the squat. Actually, I'll talk about deadlift first. Okay, now deadlift, as we all know, well, hopefully as you all know, there's conventional, which is where you grab the bar on the outside, back up here so you can see, where you grab the bar on the outside, and then there's sumo, to where you have a wider stance, like this, and you grab the bar in between. Now, either one is fine. It is really pretty much based on your opinion, your preference of whichever one you choose to do. Now, basically what's going on when you're doing that, when you're performing this movement, you're working a lot of your, let's get my quads in there. You're going to be working a lot of the quad movement. You're going to be using a lot of hamstrings and a lot of glutes. Them glutes, solid. You're going to be using a lot of quads, hamstrings, and glutes in this movement, along with part of, a lot of your posterior chain in the back, a lot of your spine erectors. You're also going to be using a lot of your back. You're going to be using your lats. You're going to be using your traps. It is pretty much a full body workout, full body movement, I guess you could say. And you're also, once again, you're going to be hanging onto the bar, so you're going to be using a lot of forearms, and you're going to use a lot of traps. A lot of people ask me how I get big traps. You can deadlift a lot. I also do mad shrugs. I used to do so many shrugs. I need to do more again so I can get them even bigger. But anyway, that's besides the point. So that is another great one. And for the third and final one, probably, if not the best overall exercise, is going to be the squat. Now, the reason the squat, it's typically the king of all of the exercises. The number one compound movement. The reason is because it's very similar to the deadlift, it's just inverted. So, or you could say vice versa. They're in inverse of each other. Now, with the squat, it's going to be another full body movement, pretty much a full body workout, I guess you could say essentially, because when you are doing it, you have the load and it's on your back. You're going to be using your forearms. You're going to be using your core. I forgot to say that. You're also going to be using your core on the deadlift and on the bench because you're going to use it to stabilize. But you're going to really use it a lot more when you're deadlifting and using it even probably a little bit more when you're squatting because you got all the weight up here and instead of it being down here and you're just pulling up. It's going to be on your back and you got to stop yourself from wobbling. When you're pulling up, there's not really going to be a whole bunch more wobbling because the weight's it's centered right there. It's not really going to move anywhere. But when it's on your back, it has a possibility of, you could rock side to side or whatever. So you want to make sure you're going to obviously be engaging your core. You're going to be using your forearms and a little bit of your shoulders, a little bit, just so it's not going to fall back, but there's going to be a lot more forearms than anything. Core, you're obviously going to be using a lot of your legs. You're working the quads, hamstring, glutes, and your gastrocnemius and soleus. So those are the calf muscles. You're going to be using your calves. You're going to be using your quads, hamstrings, glutes, core. You're going to be obviously using some of your back too for stabilization, a lot of core muscles, and some of your forearm. So you're going to be using a lot, and it's also, you can generate a lot of force from this, and it will stimulate a lot of growth in your body because you can really overload on this, and you're going to be working a lot of muscle groups at one time, and you could really overload it and get those neurological adaptations like we talked about in 2 videos ago. If you watched it, if you didn't, you should watch it. Click on the link right here and you can watch that video. And if you want to see a video about how to lose weight and weight loss, a little trick to lose weight, click right here. So those are the 3 compound movements that I personally recommend, and I'm sure many other people recommend. They will definitely help put on some good size. If they are not, you definitely need to incorporate them into your workout no matter what you're doing. If you want to be a swimmer, you want to be a gymnast, you want to be a basketball player, you want to be a football player, you want to be a wrestler, you want to be a soccer player, or you just want to be fit. You want to feel good. You want to have muscle. You want to put on some size and get so big. That's what you need to do. So make sure you're doing those 3 compound movements and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Ayers Fitness, out.